very good morning to our beloved Madam Mokarama and all of my friends. Today, we would like to talk about the demand and supply theory. So, in the demand and supply theory, our group has decided to carry out an analysis on the demand theory for a product. And the product that we choose is chicken eggs that is produced by Lê Hồng Berhad. So, why we choose Lê Hồng Berhad? There are a total of two reasons we choose this company. First, the Lê Hồng Berhad is a local supplier that supplies all of the chicken-related products, and mainly chicken eggs. And second, this company has 11 layer farms which can produce 3 million eggs per day, so it was quite a lot. So, the objective of our analysis is to determine the relationship between the price of the chicken eggs and the quantity demanded for the chicken eggs. Because we would like to know the relationship between the price of the chicken eggs and the quantity demand for the chicken eggs, whether it is positive or negative. So, that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, next I will explain and share a few articles that have in our literature review that related with our title, which is Demand Analysis of Chicken Egg in Malaysia. Okay, in the first article, its content related with demand egg among consumers. The growth of the Malaysians per capita income has generally empowered consumers to have more choices for food, more purchasing power, health consciousness, and demand for more nutritional values of their food intake. Motivated by the changes in Malaysian consumers' food choice, a conjoint analysis was performed in investigate Malaysian consumers' demand for rice attributes and how much consumers are willing to pay for the demand attribute. A conjoint analysis is a method used in identifying and understanding the combined effect of product attributes on preference for a product or services. In this article, it also say about consumers who are also willing to pay premium prices for the demand attribute. The findings would have positive implications for the agri-food industry if it responds effectively to translate into business opportunities to these changes. Okay, next, in the next article, Malaysia is able to produce its own requirement for pork, poultry, meat and eggs but has not import milk, beef and mutton. Self-sufficiency for milk, egg and beef are below 20%. The country has seen an increase in its food import from 4.6 billion ringgit in 1990 to 10 billion ringgit in 1997. Second information. Third National Agricultural Policy NAP3 1998 until 2010 emphasizes that the further growth of the agriculture sector requires that the nation address the challenge of efficient and optimal utilization of existing resources in order to further improve competitiveness. The last information in the second article is the competitiveness of the sector will, among other things, the enhance through productivity improvements, developing and strengthening markets, removal of market and trade distorting measure. For the last article, the highest willing to pay WTP of the attributes of eggs was constituted by the size of packaging at RM 0.4870 per egg using RM 0.330 as the current price of egg. The WTP for the size of eggs ranked second, in which is RM 0.4869 per egg. Okay, next is the WTP for both 10 per pack and 30 per pack were RM 0.4877 and RM 0.4851 respectively. Small eggs, normally tagged as grade C eggs, received the lowest WTP in terms of size, which was RM 0.4851. Meanwhile, the WTP for medium and large size eggs normally referred to grade B and A were RM 0.4878. The conclusion from the three articles can be concluded is the price of egg in Malaysia get higher from time to time. The lowest price of egg in Malaysia is below RM 0.20 and the highest is RM 0.48. Although the price of egg get higher, but consumers still depend on the eggs because egg is usually for medium income household. The price of eggs are depend on their grades.
Okay, good morning, madam. Today, I would like to present my part, which is methodology. For your information, our methodology derived into four parts, which is overview, demand and supply data provider, data collection process, and interpreting using the data. Overall, the chicken egg industry, also known as layer industry, is a broad and complex industry. Producing statistics on demand and supplies is challenging, but without having such statistics, it is difficult to understand the fundamental of the industry. Department of Veterinary Service Malaysia overcome the complexity to provide a comprehensive and well-researched of demand and supply of chicken egg data and price of chicken egg. In our report writing, we are mainly focused on local layer industry, and Berhad is the company which object to our research and analysis into layer industry. Okay, for the second part, demand and supply data provider. Our core demand and supply data provider are provided by Department of Veterinary Service Malaysia, also known as DVS, and Berhad. DVS is now under control by Kementerian Pertanian dan Industri Makanan. It acts as an agency to ensure that animal products for human consumptions are wholesome, safe, and suitable to be consumed. DVS meets our strict criteria for the provisions of demand and data for chicken egg. Annual report, quarterly report data from Berhad are used as our reference and fact in our written report. The third part, which is data collection process. Quantitative approach is used to produce a meaningful data analysis and result. Common quantitative tools include survey, questionnaire, and statistical data. And statistical data is our main preference. The main reason we use quantitative approach in our research analysis is that quantitative data is more credible and reliable than the qualitative data because of the use of numbers which are seen as an objective sources of data. We are using official data which is already exists instead of using survey data in our research analysis. We believe that official data is efficient and accuracy in terms of quality and quantity. Quantity productions of chicken egg and average price of chicken egg from DVS is needed to be used in our research analysis. Besides, data such as revenue derived quarterly from Berhad and sales line that can be found on Bursa Malaysia's website also useful and applicable for our research analysis. And for the last part, interpreting and using the data. Time series data of chicken egg price starting from January 2018 to December 2019 is extract and used in our research analysis. Okay, and also revenue derived by selling chicken egg from Berhad is used in our research analysis. To find out a better and accurate final result on relationship between demand and chicken egg price. Least square method is implemented. The equation y equal to mx plus b, where y represents the quantity demanded for chicken egg, x represents average price of chicken egg, m is the slope of gradient, or how the steepness of the line is, and the last one is b, that represents y-intercept, where the line crosses the y-axis. To prove the relationship between quantity demanded for chicken egg and price itself is negatively related, the coefficient sign must be negative. Y and x are two variables which represent the quantity demanded for chicken egg and average price of chicken egg. All data is plotted to present the final result of the relations between y and x. And thank yous. That's all my part.
Okay, for the next, I will present the data analysis for this assignment. First of all, we look about the data revenue in 2018 and 2019. So the 4 quarters total up is 407.121 million in 2018. For 2019 is 418.21 million. So this is a change in percentage of revenue per quarter. In 2018, we can see that the change in percentage per quarter of revenue are stated as a negative figure. And in quarter 2 and 3, even they are increasing a bit in revenue, but it is still in a negative figure. But in between quarter 3 and quarter 4, they are bounced back the revenue and achieve a positive percentage in their revenue. So in 2019, they also in quarter 1 and quarter 2 state a negative percentage, but in quarter 2 and 3 they achieve a positive percentage in their revenue, but then in quarter 3 and 4 they fall back and in a negative percentage, which is negative 2.93. The relationship between price and quantity demanded. The amount of a good that consumers are willing to buy at a given price, holding constant the other factors that influence purchases in the quantity demanded. A demand curve shows the quantity demanded at each possible price, holding constant the other factors that influence purchases. That means that in this relationship, we assume that quantity demanded are only affected by the price and the other factors are holding constant. This table is collected from the annual report of the company and it shows the price of eggs and its quantity demanded. The law of demand had defined consumer demand more of a good the lower its price, holding constant cases the prices of other goods and other factors that influence the amount they consume. This is a line graph showing the average price per egg and the quantity demanded in both years. So in 2018, we can see that the quantity demanded drops when the price of eggs increasing, but at 0.4 cents per egg, the quantity demanded increasing until 0.42 cents per egg. And in 2019, the quantity demanded increasing even though the price of egg increasing, but then decreasing when the price of egg continue increase. Proving the law of demand. According to the law of demand, demand curves slope downwards. A downward sloping demand curve illustrates the consumers demand a larger quantity of the good when its price is lower and a smaller quantity when its price is raised. This is all about the assumption. So, to prove the quantity demanded of chicken eggs and average price of eggs are negatively related, a formula was implemented to calculate a better and accurate result on the relationship between demand of chicken egg and its price. So the formula is y equals to mx plus b. because the data collected is from the real estate company, so it cannot follow the law of demand every time. It means that not the price of egg, even though the price of egg is increasing, but the quantity demanded may not decreasing as stated in the law of demand. So we have selected some period in 2018 and 2019 to prove that the law of demands are correct. So we have selected quarter 2 and 3 in 2018, quarter 3 and 4 in 2019. We can see that the quantity demanded for chicken eggs drops in 2018 quarter 2 and 3 when the price of eggs increased from 0.37 to 0.38. So in 2019 and 2019 quarter 3 and quarter 4, also the price of egg increasing from 0.37 to 0.40 and the quantity demanded are dropped. That's all for me. Thank you.
So for the last part, which is policy recommendation, I will explain about it. Based on the research that has been done, we have suggested things to overcome in this egg price fluctuation. The increase in price is due to the lack of supply. One way to cut it down is to focus on the local market and stop the export of chicken eggs abroad, such as Singapore, Mauritius, and Hong Kong. Most of our products are exported and we approve them. Government need to establish mechanism that temporarily ban export in the event of price increase. In conclusion, eggs are necessary ingredient in everyday life, especially in the cooking industry. Not only is it used, it is complemented to other products. Generally, the government needs to study how to ensure the price and demand of these eggs are the right level to ensure the comfort of both to the user and the company.